Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Dear learners, I welcome you in this course, Research and Publication Ethics. Today, we will be discussing something on the idea of journal finder tools and reference management software. My name is Dr. Nirbhay Kumar Mishra. I am an assistant professor at the Institute of Applied Sciences and Humanities at GLA University, Mathura. Before we move further, let's remind what we discussed in the last session. So, in the last session, I emphasized on how we use the journal finder services, and then I discussed the research analytics of the journal finders. We practiced through demonstration using the online services some significant journal finder tools like Springer, Elsevier, PubMed, and then we try to understand specific factors and values in using journal finder services. We discussed about some other journal finder services like IEEE Emerald services. In that discussion, I emphasized how demonstration-based learning can be really useful and significant these days, as most of the research work we collect from the online resources. So, after this session, learners will understand about some important journal finder softwares. They will understand journal finder research analytics. What are the parameters that we set in order to use the journal finder in terms what we require, as we discussed like indexing, we discussed like impact factor, what kind of impact factor we require for our publication, let's say 1, 2, 3, indexing like Scopus, Google, Web of Science, PubMed, and then we focused on some other factors, analytics also like time, duration. So, when we want our first decision by the editor, how much time it takes publication, that we can also set in the analytics when we use this journal finder service. Then they will also understand today about the Wiley online service, Taylor Francis and Indaz journal finder service. They will understand about the reference management softwares. That reference management is really a tedious job for all the researchers, okay, and there are certain specific formats followed, okay. So researcher will understand about how to use these tools to manage our manuscript with specific formats for references, and then they will understand about the reference research analytics in terms of the in-text and bibliography and the other methods how to organize reference in the manuscript. Then in the end, we will have a demonstration session for 3 very popular reference management softwares, namely Jotaro, Mendeley and EndNote. So before we go through the reference management software session, let's try to resume our session on the journal finder services that we did in the last session also. So today we will be analyzing some important journal finder services like Wiley Online. We will start with this. So when you click this page, now you are on the Wiley Journal Finder service, okay. So as we have already discussed about the Springer, Elsevier, IEEE and Emerald. We used PubMed also, and Sage, we talked about Sage Path Service also. So in all these services, what we noticed that they all have a specific way of finding the journals. They have different characteristics, different features. They use different analytics to provide the accurate data in terms of your requirements as you want to publish your paper. Okay, so when you open the Willy service, right, so you have the finding matching journals, find journal by title. Okay, so either if you know the title, you can directly find the title. Otherwise, we will be analyzing the service with the same method. So first we require the title. Okay, so we take up the title from here. Okay, like this. Okay, so yes, so here you first paste the title. Okay, and when you prepare your research paper, you have your title ready, you have at least your abstract ready and keywords ready to target the journal. And that's the very first step I told you. When you prepare any paper, first you try to understand your journals, and you must understand the manuscript guidelines and the norms of the journals, and you must read thoroughly the aims and scope of the journal. So very first thing, as we know, it is about the title of the journal and the abstract. So let's yes, I'm just using this for the sample. Okay, like I did yesterday also. So yeah, so when we post this title and now we paste this abstract. Okay, so matching strength, it shows strong. Okay, so first we just find, right. So now Willy Journal Finder provides you the extended data. Okay, now you can see on this tagline. Okay, on this you find these 73 results are here. Okay, Journal for International Development, African Development Review, Review of Development Economics, and it gives you from the top site score also 1.821. Open access is optional. Okay, and you can see again you have some other options, like if you select open access. Okay, here is one more option you can select. You can select yes, or you can select optional, or you can select not available. Okay, so when you select yes, okay, then you see the result. Okay, now you have the refined result. So when you selected the 3 results now for the open access, okay, Journal of the International AIDS Society and Earth's Future Health Science Report. So you get the 3 journals according to your analytics that you have selected over here in this open access box, right. So it provides you like this. Okay, and suppose if you want to find journal by title. Okay, so if you type here, okay, so if you know the journal, you can simply type over here, right. So if you know the journal, you type here and you find journal by title, you can get the journal by title. Let me suppose if you want Willy journals. Okay, and here, okay, now as we did in the last exercise, okay, let me do that same thing. Okay, yes, we just simply paste the abstract over here and we have the journals. Okay, right, strong, and we can find the journals, and we can have the topic also from here. Let me paste the topic to show how we can get the journal list over here from the journal side. Yeah, you use it, then only it works. When you paste both title and the abstract, then it start giving you the result. Okay, so both options should be filled. So now let's copy this journal of international development. Okay, and now find by journal. If you click off find by journal, and here we yes, showing no result. Okay, so you can have the journal on the Willy Online and you can find through this service. So here we see Willy Online uses very simple method of you finding the journals by this. Okay, and you can get all the journals. Now here when you see, you have all the impact factor ranking and other optional open access ranking is there. And if you want to see any journals page, you simply click submit to this journal. When you will be clicking submit to this journal, it will take you directly to the login page of this journal, and you need to make the login ID. If you have the ORCID ID you can use, and directly you can submit to the journal, right? Or otherwise what you can do, if you want to visit the journal page, you click over here. Okay, when you click over here, you go through directly the journal page and you can get all the information like submit an article. If you click this submit an article, it will lead you to the page author guideline. So you must read author guideline before you submit the papers. These are some pre-steps. These are very basic steps a fresh researcher must know and understand before submitting any paper to the journal. So Willy service is also an interesting service, okay, which provides you both open access and subscription based journals. So this finder service you can utilize with these two options, title and the abstract, and then you can have the different analytics to analyze your desired journals and your all other analytics you can use, okay. And if you see more, okay, you can have the option more, okay. So can we have the, so this is a very easy technique to find the journals, okay. And here these are three options for the open access, okay. And visit author compliance tool. So you just visit the author compliance tool. So you can also utilize open access policy. You can read the other compliance tool like licensing, open access, hypertext. So these are also good informations, okay, that you can read if you are interested. So let's go back to understand other journal finder services. Yeah. So now let's move to the other journal finder service, namely Taylor and Francis. Let's see how Taylor Francis has designed to find the journals, okay. So when you go on this link, now you have the journal suggester, okay, author service supported by Taylor and Francis, okay. So here you see there are two easy steps. First, paste in the full abstract of your article. The suggestion will be more accurate if you use a full abstract containing relevant keywords. And second is to reveal suggested journal to see a short description of the journal and some citation speed metrics. So here very simple options there. Simply you paste the abstract, okay. So if you paste the abstract, you simply it gives you list, okay. So let's take the sample again, okay. Here, yes, and we simply copy and paste over here. Now let's see. Yes. So here now it shows you different results, okay. So now suggested journal you can find the victim and offenders, okay, the geography teacher, okay, Cambridge Review of International Affairs, European Clinical Respiratory Journal, and you can have the it provides you all journal lists, okay. So here you see the all the journal lists are given here, right. So this is the way, very simple way you see on the Taylor Francis. You simply paste the abstract and you can get the whole journal list available over here. And now you can see the matrix, okay. Now it shows the matrix in a different way. if you want to about the journal, you can simply click the page and you can read about the all informations, okay, over here, public opens in the journal, okay. You can have the aims and scope also, you can read what I suggested you must read, okay, when you target any journal, okay. And there you can have the all the policies, and you can find the similar articles also over here. But let's understand what is the matrix, okay. So it's about, and when you click the matrix, okay, so matrix shows the impact factor, okay. We will be discussing in the next lecture about these all important research factors in analytics, like impact factor is 1.79, site score we will discuss. Site score is about the citation of the papers of the journal. Then we will discuss the SNP, okay. So these all factors you get over here, and it gives you extended factors also, analytics also, like submission to first decision 35 days and acceptance rate is 41%. So if you want to read more about understanding journal matrix, you can click over here. So that's very interesting, it provides interesting extended analytics, okay, understanding journal matrix using data to choose the journal for submission, okay. So you can go to this page, okay, and you can read if you are interested in the further journal matrix, okay. So here we find that journal suggestor gives you very good interesting options to analyze your paper. In terms, it gives you a listing, it gives you general information, and then gives you a good metrics to make your decision about the indexing, about the impact factor, about the decision time, about the publication time. So that's very easy service. Here only you need to paste the abstract. So we just discussed about the Taylor Francis Journal Finder service and the matrix and the Finder analytics, okay. Now let's move to the another interesting Finder service, EDANS, the journal selector, okay. So let's try to understand how it works. So when you open this page, you come on this EDANS journal selector, okay. So it provides you innovative scientific solutions, okay. So here again, either you can paste abstract, okay, or you can enter the keywords, okay. And let me paste the abstract. That's the same abstract we have taken from there. So when we paste the abstract and just click the search button, okay. So on this EDANS, we have to simply paste the abstract and click the search button, and now it will be giving you the journal listing. Great. So now you can see here, okay, search over 28,654 journals and more than 12 lakh, okay, abstract over here, right, to find the journals. That's right for you. That's huge data they analyzed, okay. So that's a great collection of the journals and the abstracts to select the right paper and right journal, okay. So now here you see it provides you journal name, publisher and impact factor with the ranges low, high, lowest, medium, okay. So this is the you can see, you can just simply select a journal over here and EDANS will provide you the whole complete list, okay. So here you can see it gives you the journal information, okay, and then on the left hand side you see the impact factor is low, impact factor year is given, SCI information is also given, it's a no, okay. So here again you see the other things, okay. If you see the field of study, okay, and here you can select, okay, again you can select with the field of study what kind of journals you want, and it provides you a huge range of field of studies, okay. Suppose you are working in the let's say agriculture and veterinary sciences, okay. So right, find out more. So here, yeah. So these options you can use in turn depending on your abstract, okay. Suppose we are selecting the journal abstract for the social work and social studies, okay. So here you can select any philosophy and religious study, physical science. It depends on your research area. You can choose the options to to give a accurate study, right. you can have the open access, okay, you can indexed in SAI, and you can have the with an impact factor range. Let's say you want to lowest, low, medium, high, very high, whatever you can select over here, okay, and you can here search again. So here you need to post first of all, otherwise it will not give you any result. First of all, you need to paste over here your abstract or your keywords or anything, then only it will show you certain results, otherwise it will not work. When you now if you paste this abstract, and now here you fix the area of research also, okay. Suppose we have fixed the social studies. Let's just talk about if you want any paper, okay, let's say in engineering, okay. So let me give you a sample of engineering to change the study area, okay. So here you can simply go and find the IEEE engineering papers, okay. So when you open the IEEE publications, okay, we simply want one abstract only, right, and then we can work with it, okay. So here we can even type the abstracts. So let's work on this EDANG, and we are just trying to find the journals over here, okay, right. So we just learn about the EDANG and the services. So you can simply use by posting the abstract, and you can have the very extended list, and on the right hand area you can use other analytics, like you can select the field of the research, and accordingly it will give you very good matrix. It will provide you first about the journal information, and then on the right hand side it gives the matrix in terms of the indexing, time period, and the indexing in time period impact factors. So this all serves the purpose for a researcher using the journal finder services. So we analyzed through the session such important journal finder services, and they are very important for any fresh researcher when you start paper writing. So first thing I always tell, you must focus on the journal. You must go through the aims and scope of journal so that you can fix your research writing, and then you must read the manuscript guidelines so that you won't waste time further to correct and rectify those things. So these are very important things, and then you can use the journal finder service analytics in terms finding a suitable journal on per your requirements like indexing, timeline, and decision time, and the other things. So here we finish this session on the journal finder service. Now let's move to the other discussion, which is very important. After when you find service, you start writing paper, and after writing paper, through the writing paper even, you require to manage the references, right, and that's very tedious job. We all know reference management in the thesis or in the research paper is such extensive job, and where your accuracy is very important. And these days when we submit our paper to different journals, these different journals have a different specific formats to be followed. And suppose you learn one format how to write it, but there are thousands of the formats. We will study in the Jotaro by using Jotaro. There are thousands of the formats available, right? So these days we have these reference manager software tools, services. If we learn them, we can utilize them wonderfully, and they provide you very good data, and they give you in-text and both in-text and reference and bibliography citation. So we will be focusing on three different reference manager software, and they are open open source softwares available on net. You can download it and use it. So we have now three reference manager tools: Jotaro, Mendeley, and Note. So let's start about the reference manager tools. So why we require reference manager tools? That's an important thing. First of all, it helps researchers to organize their references for the research papers or projects, okay. And then we can create our in-text citations, references, and bibliography with these tools. And the most important thing, that these tools are well designed to organize citations to specific formats for preparing the references and bibliography. Then not only save your time, they maintain the accuracy, and they give you a lot of confidence that you have done with this reference work accurately and perfectly for the thesis and the papers. And sometimes you see many times some papers are rejected or sent back only because they don't follow the proper format of the references. So avoiding these all problems, saving the time and improving the efficacy of the paper, we must learn about the reference management tools, how to use them in in preparing the manuscript. Okay. So further we are going to have the session and we will learn about the Jotaro. Okay. So Jotaro is a free open source reference management software. It's compatible with the Mac, Windows and Linux machines, and for this you need to download Jotaro and the connector to sync with the updated, because connector it actually give you updated references. Okay. So whatever the browser you will use, like can use Firefox, Chrome or Safari, it will provide you connector with the compatibility. So now further we will move ahead to learn about the Jotaro. So now let's move to understand about this reference management tool Jotaro. So we will do this practice in real time situation. So for that let me go through the Google to make you how to download it. Okay. So first of all you just simply go through on the Google and then you pick the option Jotaro download for the Windows, and simply you download the process of the Jotaro. Okay. So now you can see it comes with the Jotaro 6 for Windows, and what the browser you will use, it will show the same connector for you. So you can simply download it and save it. Okay. Here, and you can install the connector also. Okay. So I'm just telling you that it doesn't take too much time. Okay. So you can download it easily through the online software. So we'll be using already downloaded Jotaro that we can use here. Okay. Yes, you can see over here that I have already downloaded here the Jotaro library. Okay. So let's try to understand the basic function of the Jotaro. Okay. So connector usually we download to get the all the links from the online, and the update and the citations will be automatically downloaded into publication library. So let's try to understand the basic options that Jotaro the service actually provides. We'll try to understand from left to right hand side. Okay. So just try to understand. Okay. Yeah. So here we can see here you have option file, edit, view, tools, help. So basic option is that you start with is your my library options. Okay. So how to save the documents, how to save the papers, how to save the citations and references, so that you can manage them alongside with your manuscript and research papers. So on the left hand you can see downside there's tag option. Okay. That we will analyze further how to use it. Okay. So on the left hand side you see my library, my publications, duplicate items, undefined items and trash box, and then you proceed from left to right. You have the three options. Here you can add manually. Okay. Suppose if you want any reference, let's say journal article. Okay. So you click journal article, and that is a manual way. Manually you can make your list. Okay. So first of all what you can do, you can create a folder for yourself. Okay. You are a researcher, so you organize your research in terms of your references and the time. Suppose you create any folder. Let's say you create a folder if you are working in the area of management. Okay. So you created this folder management. Now you can see this folder is created on your left side in the my library. So when you will click the my management, since you did not save any reference over here, so it will not show anything. Okay. So now let's start how to save our references by using Jotaro. So first way you can save the reference. There are three ways: using the manual method, and then we have the identifier over here, and then we can directly import here the documents. Okay, so we'll start from the manual way. Suppose anybody wants to save the journal article as a manual. So now here, as you see on the right hand side, when you click the manual button, okay, then it gives you the whole listing, right? Like you can save through the title, author, abstract. So when you save here the details, okay, any details, it will show you these all things. Okay, so first method is that you can manually save. So let's work out on this point. Okay, so let's save one article online, okay, from the PubMed that we have already saved. So let's you can save, like you can simply, okay, here take this article, okay, like you can, we are just simply using how you can save. Suppose you are ready with your title, okay, so here you just copy and paste here title, okay, and then here you can post the author name, okay, so let's say, okay, if it's a one author, you can post here, paste here one author. If there are multi-author papers, then you can add the plus sign, okay. Yes, you can add more authors, okay. So likewise, you can add multiple authors, you can add many authors here by this using plus sign, okay. So if you done it, okay, then you can simply click and it will give you, let's say, abstract publication volume, you fix the 23, okay, pages, you can write over here the issue let's say 4, you can here give the pages 22 to 27, and you can write over here date 22, right, May 22, likewise, whatever, you can give the details. These details and you can make it here, right. So this way you can actually save this to your Zotero service. Okay. Now look, this will now come in your library. The moment you will save, it will show here. Now it's showing your paper title and your author. Details are coming over here. So this is the one method you can use, okay, saving the data into your personal Zotero library, okay, by using this my library option, okay. So that will show the my publication. In the my publication, whatever the you can save your own documents over here in terms of your my publication. Duplicate items will not show here. So let's try the other method. Let's first increase our list of references, then we will use these all options, how to use them in order to use this service, okay. So when we use the identifier, okay, so most of the research papers now they give you ID. So let's say how it works. So when we, yes, so here we can see that this is a PubMed paper, right, we can see on drug therapy, and there is one ID. So you can use this ID. So when you use the identifier, you can simply copy the ID and you can simply, yes, you just, here you can paste the ID and you can enter. So the moment you use the term enter, now you see it gives you can increase here this one here, so that you can have the complete information, okay. So now using the second method, that is the identifier, okay, that's a wonderful method you can use over here, and this way you can save your references. We just used the manual method, and then now we are on to this identifier method. So using identifier method, I suggest that all researchers should use. It can be used through the ID also, and you can also use through the DOI. Let's say work on this. Let's say some more papers. Okay. Okay. So yes. yes, like just click this paper. Okay, now yeah, now it's come on this. So here we can have the let's find the any paper with the DOI and yes. Okay, so again we can save this ID. Let me use more references so that we can understand it better while using this application. So we have just used, okay, so okay, so now we have got two different references in our library. Now we can paste this one also, and we can paste the enter. Now let's see, we have another paper. Okay, we can save by identifier multiple paper for our reference collection over here. So now using this identifier option, I suggest everyone, because it gives you all the complete data. Okay, so you don't miss anything. Like when I copied this, it's coming journal title, okay, and then author, okay, and then you see the abstract, and then you see the publication, the subject, and then see volume, issue, pages, range, date, and then journal. DOI is also given. If you just copy the DOI, right, so it's not only you can paste or make collection by using this identifier through the IDs, even you can copy the DOI. Again you go and paste the DOI and just do the enter. Look, again you have the full detail of this paper available through using the DOI services. So now we have many publications over here, right? So we use two methods. Okay, now let's go through the Chrome service. Okay, so when you go to Chrome browser, okay, so here you see find yeah, Zotero connector. Okay, so when you use this service, you can directly import your papers over here, okay, by using this Zotero connector. Okay, so through Zotero connector you can import all the articles. Okay, suppose you want this one, so simply you can see over here. Okay, so you can find the article over here. Okay, so add. So we added this in the Zotero. So when we move through the Zotero, okay, let's go back. So this file is also added by using online connector service. Okay. So here now you can see we have the 4 reference collection so to use. Okay. So yes. Now, so these are options we find how to use this all papers. Okay. So we use the manual method, we use the identifier method, and we use the direct search method. You can search title, creator, everything from here. You can just type, you can just, if you just let's say copy this, okay, and you just type over here and enter. So it again show you the same papers. Okay. So let's say you have the enough papers now using for the library and the reference learning sessions. Okay. So now here you can again click management. So you have now 4 different references for your selection. I have randomly chosen the papers and references. You can make according to your selections. Okay. Now in the my publication, if you go, okay, then you have to add your publication from here by using this service. Okay. So now you can use duplicate items. So here you see it's showing the duplicate items also, okay, because we have saved that reference for many time. Okay. So we have this duplicate item. So when you click the duplicate item, okay, so yes, you can manage, okay, through the duplicate items also. So you can select the duplicate item and you can merge your list with the proper listing that you want, because you save many duplicate items. Okay. So yeah. So here what we first thing learnt is that how to create our folders first of all, right, and how to make our library for our references. We use three methods: manual method, okay, and like this, okay. We use manual method, we use identifier methods, and we use the online method. Okay, so now we have enough references over here to understand. And again, when you click the subfolders, okay, here, so you can have the other titles also. You can give according to your research interest. You can make the titles over here. So now in going the duplicate item, okay, you can see here two items are showing here. If you click over here, you have another service. Okay, you can fix this duplicate item by using this service, and you can have the master references, and that's selecting master references. It will minimize, and you can choose your desired reference to keep here in your library. But this, when you click this option, okay, it shows you PubMed entry also. When you click the PubMed entry, okay, so it gives you again the whole paper over here that we have saved in our library. Okay, so it can give you direct link on the journal page and the article page, and you can access over here. Okay, so yes, so this is a PubMed entry. You can minimize it. Okay, so now let's try to understand the some other options. Okay, so unfiled items are some items which you save which are not connected with that references that you can find here. Trash items are those items which you delete. They will show here. Suppose you have deleted some item and you want it back, then you can go to trash option and you can reselect those options in the library, right? That can be easily possible. Okay, so when you click here, you find over here the tags, okay, notes. So here you can, what you can do, you have the ready-made tags over here. Okay, that comes with the automatically text. And if you don't want this automatic tag, okay, even you can select over here, okay, and delete automatic tags in this library. When you select this item, all automatic tags will go here, and you can generate your own tag. Suppose you want to organize your research like management research, you can make a tag business ethics, okay, and you enter. So you just can make this tag. So here you can give the title and create your tags from here. Okay, so tag will show here in the listing over here. Okay, so you can make your own tags also by typing over here. And suppose you want to change the color option, okay, and other things, so you can use these color options and you can change the tag color also over here, right? So these are options you can use to make your collection of the references over here. And first thing that you have to do, that you have to make the collection by using three different ways: manual, identifier, and the online service. Okay, now we'll move how we can use Jotaro for making our citations. That's very important. First we make our collection in our Jotaro software through the My Library. That's very simple thing for a fresh researcher. Okay, and then we can use these three multiple options to have our data of the references. And now important thing is that how to use these data, I mean references, into our text. So for that you have to go where you want to use this references service. Okay, so I have saved this Word file. So now you will learn how to use this Jotaro service, okay, reference manager tool in citations. In text are the creating the reference and bibliography. So I have just simply saved over here. So you must have your file, research file. So when you open the Word file, okay, so when you save the Jotaro, okay, then it shows this Jotaro option. Okay, and if it is showing here these options, add edit citations, add note, add edit bibliography, that's okay. Okay, and suppose if it's not showing, okay, then you can go through edit option, okay, and you can save over here. So, first thing Jotaro will come automatically over here. And now suppose if you have to give one citation over here. Okay. So, you start with the Jotaro and go to add edit citation, and now you have to pick the very specific format in which you want the citation to be done in your research paper or in thesis. So, suppose if you select this American APS Chicago manual style, okay, and then you just click OK, and now here you have to just find out the keywords of your references that you have used in your data file. So, let me go to the data file. Okay, we have created over here our data file. So, here you simply see drug doses. Okay. So, you have this if simply you remember the first keyword also, drug, prescribing, anything, then it will show your references. So, just go back to this Word file, okay, and here you are using the Jotaro option and add edit option over here, and you use the drug, okay, and write the enter. So, see, now it is showing you how to add the references in the section over here. So, now you see in the Chicago manual side one reference is added. Okay. Now, suppose you want to change in the other styles. Okay. Suppose you have added in the, you can see here it is added one in text citation for you. Okay. Suppose you want to change the style. Okay. Then you can go the go to Jotaro and you go to add edit file. Okay. And here you see citation. Okay. Right. So, again you go here and you can add some yes. So, you can add this one. So, now it come as a 2. So, you can add more, you just put the cursor over here. If you want more citation, let us we have added one citation. If you have more citation, click here, go to advanced and give a keyword. Okay. Okay, just wait a minute. Right. So, yes. So, here you see the citation is added. You can add multiple citations by simply using this service over here. Okay. Now, you have the 1 and 2 citation here. You can see citation 1 and you can see citation 2 also, right. And now, if you have to change the add edit bibliography, right. You click the add edit bibliography and you can change the method of citation over here. Okay. So, this service you can use for adding an bibliography. So, you simply add the bibliography. Okay. So, first of all you go to your reference section, okay, where you have to give the references. Okay. And now, in the reference section you have to give the bibliography, right. Suppose you want to give the bibliography and you simply add this, okay, and press the enter. So, it will automatically generate your reference bibliography over here, right, and you will see the reference bibliography over here. Okay. So, now we just learned how to use this add citation service over here by choosing this any style you can choose over here. You can choose even footnote style, endnote style, or any. We choose the Chicago manual. We can even keep it as here as APS style, right. So, we can add edit citations here, okay, and then we can add the bibliography also over here. Using these options they will work, right. When you create the Jotaro login ID and you register, all options will work very easily. Okay. So, this is for the just demonstration. So, here again if you have some document preferences, right. So, you just use it. Okay. Now here you have many number of styles, popular styles of journals you can choose over here, and you can go with that. Suppose if you change the other style, okay, you can even have the automatically update citation. It will be updating citations, but if you can delink, okay, so you can delink the options, then it will, your citation will work as the standard text citations, okay, that will not change with the updations. So here you have the document preference style, so you can choose any format, and even you can manage styles with this option. So this manage the style options will provide you number of option. So if you want any additional style, then you can go to this get additional styles, okay. Now when you click this option, then Zotero provides you almost you can see 10,306 styles are found, okay. On each style when you click, it shows the very pattern and format references are managed in the service. So any style you can click and you can use by the OK button, and it will do simultaneously to your text also, okay. So these are the fields you can choose by the field also, which are the popular reference styles according to the research field, okay. Any field you can choose, it will show you the proper research style, referencing style over here. So these options you can use, and so only unique style you can also have. So these things, these options you can use here in the formatting options by using the get additional style, okay. It will provide you a range of formatting reference style according to your need. You can use from here, okay. So you can choose the reference style, you can do the in-text citation, and you can create your reference and bibliography over here, okay. So we simply learn these all things, okay. By reference button, you reference your whole document, and you can even unlink citation, okay. Unlinking citation will unlink to the updation system, okay. Now let's try to understand. So this is a very interesting service, reference management service we can use as Zotero, okay. So this is the basic session I just demonstrated for the research scholars. You just download it and you use it, okay, and you can make in-text citations, bibliography, referencing, and you can choose your format according to your journal style. So that is the that's the Zotero that provides you these all options, okay. So here whenever you see all the reference. So I talked about 3 ways of making the reference data over here, and then how you can just import this data to your text file, and how you can choose the reference for reference management format and style according to your journals. So here we finish with this Zotero reference manager tool. Further in the next lecture we will discuss some other tool like Mendeley and EndNote in short, okay. So let's move ahead, okay, to the end part of the lecture. So yes, so let's summarize, okay. So we just try to understand by using 3 ways: add reference manually, add references by using the identifier, add through the Zotero connector. Now let's summarize what we did in this lecture. We simply try to understand the we just demonstrated some journal finder tools, okay. Today precisely we discussed about the Wiley Online, Taylor and Francis, and Indash service, and then we explored about the reference manager softwares, and we demonstrated Zotero service. So these are the important references you can go through, and they are very beneficial for your research and development. Thank you.